and welcome to another Teacher's Corner playthrough. I'm Teacher Kirby, and this time we'll be playing the mission Taris. Again, we're in the Romulan Mystery Arc. Just finished Shadow Play, and here we are. The crew chases down rumors that the former Romulan praetor is still active, and searches for proof that she was responsible for the destruction of the Romulan homeworld. Alright, so how much do you know about the destruction of Romulus, Admiral? The initial explosion did not occur in the Romulus system. It was in the Hobus system, which had planets being mined for decalithium. The supernova acted counter to almost all we know about this type of phenomena. The initial explosion converted the mass of the planets it consumed into energy, which then traveled through subspace. Ultimately, sorry, I lost my place here. Ultimately, the Romulus system was destroyed, and along with it, the Romulan homeworld. Unchecked, the force of this chain reaction detonation could have threatened the entire quadrant. It was Ambassador Spock who sealed the rift by using red matter to create an artificial black hole. Until recently, the cause of the supernova was a mystery. However, the nascent Romulan Republic, our new ally, has shared information with us that Taris, former praetor of the Romulan Star Empire, may have been responsible for the Hobus supernova. They attempted to apprehend her, but she escaped through an Iconian gateway. Recently, the Romulan Republic has discovered new information that could help us track down Taris. We want you to rendezvous with the RRW Lisette, the new flagship of the Romulan Republic fleet, and provide any assistance you can. Travel to the Hobus system, which is located in the Beta Quadrant, and rendezvous with the RRW Lisette. And for this we get a small amount of experience points, a slightly large amount of expertise, some dilithium, and we choose one of the following, which is the regenerative shield array, a couple normal resilient, a regenerative resilient, regular shield array, or a covariant shield array. Alright, and we will accept this mission. There we go. And as usual, we will transwarp there. Alright, and we need to, there we go. And begin Taris. Sir, we've arrived in the Hobus system. We are being hailed by the RRW Lisette. On screen.
It is a pleasure to be working with you. I heard about how you got your first command. Well done. Not every officer could have stood up to the Borg like you did.
The pleasure is mine, Commander.
Agents working for the Romulan Republic have recovered definite proof that Taris, or persons working for Taris, were responsible for the Hobus supernova that destroyed the homeworld. Our agent spoke to Taris. She claimed that she was deceived by Hakiv. But that does not excuse her culpability in the destruction of 2 inhabited worlds and the deaths of millions. Our agent tells us that Taris believes her Iconian masters can change the past and restore Romulus. So not only is she a killer, she's insane.
What do you suggest we do about her?
Taris cannot be allowed to commit even greater crimes in an attempt to fix her mistake. my intelligence officer, Lieutenant Gaius Celan, has intercepted communications that may allow us to locate Taris and finally bring her to justice. I'll let him explain in greater detail.
Very well.
Greetings. I am Lieutenant Gaius Celan of the Romulan Republic. There are certain pleasantries that are customary in these circumstances. However, I'm choosing to skip those. We have much to do. Recently, the Republic intercepted a transmission from a group of remnants in the Hobus system. These remnants have remained loyal to Taris, the former praetor of the Romulan Star Empire, who was deposed by Sela. While the transmission was not unusual, its origin point was. The Hobus system is under strict quarantine. However, a previous team uncovered a mining facility at one of the planetary fragments. We believe that the Riemann loyalists may have returned to this facility to continue their efforts.
Why is it under quarantine?
The Hobus system is the origin point of the supernova and subsequent subspace explosion, which destroyed Romulus and Remus. It is still, as you say, a hot zone. The Remans loyal to Taris are using the quarantine as a cover to resume their operations in the system. The transmission we intercepted was addressed to Commander Aranhu, a Reman who is the captain of Taris's personal guard. He must be the liaison to the forces in the Hobus system.
What do you suggest?
The direct approach. If we confront the forces in the Hobus system, who are in violation of both Federation and Romulan Republic mandates by their very presence there, they will send a call for assistance to Commander Aranhu. Once he arrives, we simply follow him. It is likely that he will lead us back to Taris.
Confront the remnants in the Hobus system.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I've just received emergency orders from Republic Command and must respond. Gaius can transport to your ship and help you complete the mission. We'll return as soon as we can.
That will be acceptable, Commander. Alright. So the set warps off.
I am
And
detecting some very rare minerals in the system, as well as the presence of protomatter. It is possible that Taris used the materials here to construct her weapon.
alright, and we do have a temporal probe to investigate. I don't see it yet. Let's see. The range of our target temporal probe is not nearly as good while in space. I am told that they always show up on the map for space. However, I do not see it as of yet. This is our planetary fragment beta, planetary fragment gamma. Yeah, I'm not seeing it anywhere on this map. So let's hope we get near it as we continue. The planetoid's core contains trace signs of protomatter, sir. We should get a sample. Scanners are picking up some odd readings from some of the icy asteroids near the core. Recommend we investigate them as well. So let's collect the sample. Alright, still not seeing anything on our temporal probe. We'll have to keep searching for it. Looking off. Scan icy fragments. There we go. Yay, we successfully scanned. Confirmed, sir. These fragments are decalithium. If we can locate a supply of techosite, that means Taris could have had all the ingredients she needed to build the device right in this system. It is still circumstantial evidence, unless we can tie it to her directly somehow. Collecting a sample would be crucial. I recommend that we scan for techosite deposits. Retrieve a sample and set course for the next planetary fragment. Alright, so let's collect the decalithium sample. There we go. Okay, and there's a patrol somewhere. That made pretty quick work of them. Let's take our items. And okay. There was something there, but it looks like it disappeared. That was probably our loot critter. And now we are to travel to planetary fragment beta. Sir, I'm detecting high levels of techosite in this planetary fragment. Techosite was one of the substances Starfleet believes was used in the creation of the weapon that triggered the Hobus supernova. Uh-oh. Oh, what's this? Yay! Our temporal probe has appeared on the map. It is over this way somewhere.
As I suspected, the materials are all here.
Aha.
Our agent located Taris on planetary fragment Gamma. We should continue our search there.
Yes, fine, Gaius, but first we need to find our temporal probe. Wow, they've got a pretty good range in space. Okay, let's see what puzzle we get this time. The different combinations of the digits. Okay, alright, so let's test series. Yep, didn't think so. First digit, and let's try a 1. And test. Hey, we got it on the first try. Change digit in series. Second digit. Let's try a 1 again. And test. Hey, look at that. 1 1. If it's 1 1 1 1, I'm just gonna, like, not be happy. And 1. And test series. Oh, goodness gracious. So far, we're 3 for 3. Change the 4th digit to 1. Test series. Okay. Whew. Alright. Change the 4th. Let's try it too. Oh my goodness. Alright. Wow. Still can't believe that. 1 1 1. And let's see what the third one is. Fourth one is, sorry. No, okay. Fourth digit. Maybe it's 4. No, not a 4. Digit in series. These are pretty easy as long as you are methodical and test after every change that you make. These probes have been here since the Hobus shockwave. The Nicole seem to be keenly interested in the phenomenon. They're probably looking for hints on ways to undo the shockwave that claimed their own star. There we go. That ended pretty quickly. Alright. Scanners are detecting some kind of shield covering a large crater on the surface of the planetary fragment Gamma, Captain. This system is suspected to be under quarantine, but clearly there is some activity. We should get a scan of the shield. Scan the shield at planetary fragment Gamma. There's the shield. Wow. Sir, our scan has triggered automated defense systems and Riemann ship is decloaking. They are hailing us.
Your
Sounds,
presence here is
okay.
a violation of the quarantines established by at least 3 sovereign governments. Explain your purpose.
We're here investigating your unauthorized presence in this system. What's your excuse?
I serve the Romulan Star Empire and its true leader, Taris. That is the only authorization I require.
That is most unfortunate. Sir, if we can disable the Sitesh, it's possible we may be able to lure out Aranhu to investigate. Oh boy, these names.
The minerals in the planetary fragment will conceal the ship's energy signature. If we hide in the asteroids near it and mask our energy signature, I predict that Aranhu will approach to investigate further and be unable to detect us.
Alright, so we're supposed to go high. Mask our energy signature and...
We were attacked by Starfleet saboteurs. They appear to have fled.
Interesting. This is exactly like scenario 2247B. I thought scenario 1849K would be a more likely option. I shall incorporate this data into my modeling projections. Nevertheless, we should now be able to follow Aranhu's trail. He should lead us right to Taris.
Let's hope so. Aranhu's ship has gone to warp, sir. Shall we follow? So we follow Aranhu's ship. Sir, Commander Aranhu's trail led here to the Iconia system. This is another system that's off limits to normal traffic, so any activity here is a cause for concern. Recommend we investigate. That large crater looks like a likely place to start. Scan the large crater. So we set course and, oh, there it is. Whoop, There it is.
He has most likely cloaked. The technology I used to track him is not localized enough to detect the ship, only follow a general trail.
Let's scan that critter. Sir, we're picking up a large shield protecting a structure of some type. The shield is using a modified cloaking device. If I hadn't been scanning for large amounts of tachyon particles, I would never have found it. Riemann ship's decloaking. They're hailing us.
Federation ship. I am Commander Shanclado of the Riemann starship Intraku. Your presence here could be considered an act of war. Leave immediately, or we will open fire.
We have no intention of leaving.
That is unfortunate, Starfleet. Our conflict is not with you. Commander Arahu has charged me with securing this installation at all costs. Praetor Taris must be allowed to complete her work. And you have already seen too much.
Red alert!
I took the liberty of accessing the Intraku systems before it was destroyed. I managed to download the access codes for the planetary shield. I believe we should be able to use them to lower the shield and reach the surface.
Excellent work, Lieutenant. Transmit the code. Here we go. The codes that Lieutenant Ceylon procured have lowered the base's shields that will allow us to transport an away team to the structure underneath the surface. Are you ready to beam down? And of course we beam down with our 4 kick-button engineers.
These are the coordinates for the underground structure we detected. Reading life signs, sir. Multiple Riemanns and 1 Romulan. Our quarry could be just ahead.
Let's hope so. Alright, here we go. And through here. Cutscene, yay!
Starfleet! How did they find us?
They must have followed me, Praetor. I will deal with them.
No, I need your help with the gateway. Send your guards.
They appear to have been attempting to merge Iconian and Romulan technology, perhaps in an attempt to reactivate the gateway network. We should access that console and attempt to open the door.
Acknowledged. Let's access the console. Main menu. Alright, so we have to go and let's see. There are logs here of shipments to and from the base. Schematics for devices similar to recovered Iconian tech. According to data, there are also stores of techosite, decalithium, and protomatter. Sources the same quantum signatures, the elements we recovered from the Hobus system. We downloaded into, okay, so we downloaded into the thing. This will be good for if she's about to try. Personal log. It has been decades, and I still find Hakiv's betrayal difficult to accept. He is Romulan. Treachery is his heritage, as it is mine. But to go to such lengths, to destroy our world, it is too much to bear, even now. He told me the device would destroy Denatra, and I, like a fool, believed him. And now those pathetic refugees from the Republic have told the entire quadrant that I am responsible for the destruction of Romulus. They don't understand. We should be allies. We want the same thing. At least my people know the truth. Aranhu is a rock. I find it strange that Remans are now my only companions, but perhaps they understand loyalty more than any of us. I rely on them to help me continue my work. The Iconians can restore all that is lost. I know it. I just need to make them see that I am worthy. The Dark Masters have responded to my pleas for assistance with dread silence. My only recourse is to harness their technology for myself. When I can step through the gateway and meet them as an equal, I am confident that they will turn back time and make everything as it was before. The base in the Hobus system is lost to me, but the quarantine holds. Aranhu can use it as cover to collect the protomatter and bring it back to me. Sela is looking for me, so is the Republic. If only I could make them see I am our people's last hope. Return to main menu. Now we can unlock the blast doors because we've read all of this. And let's see. Is that it? Enter encryption sequence. Let's go with that. Access denied. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So we tried that. So let's try that. Hey, look at that. Second try. Alright. We log off system. And boop. Now we go through the next set of doors. Yay! Killed everything.
I have it. What? No! Traitors!
And the Remans use the gateway. We confront
Enough.
Taris.
You have won. And in winning, you have doomed the Romulan people.
Taris, under the authority of Starfleet, you are under arrest for war crimes, committing an act of genocide and crimes against the galaxy.
They were not my crimes. I was betrayed by Hakib, and now those crimes will never be undone. I hope you realize that in stopping me, you have doomed billions of Romulans to remain dead. Now you shall live with that guilt, as I have.
Even now you deny the truth of your role in the destruction of your people. You were blinded by your own lust for power, and you killed those people as surely as if you had pulled the trigger yourself. Teacher's Corner, lock onto Taris and beam her directly to the brig.
Before we leave, may I suggest we look for evidence of the materials we discovered at Hobus? They will undoubtedly prove vital at Taris' trial. We should also overload the gateway and make certain it can never be used again.
Look for material evidence and then overload the gateway. Agreed. Alright, so here we go. I see a glowy thing here. Glowy, glowy. Sir, this protomatter appears to come from the Hobus system. Although there are several uses for protomatter, it is often used for explosive devices. It was also present in the debris from the device that triggered the Hobus supernova. Protomatter was used in the Genesis device. It's powerful, but extremely dangerous. Alright, let's see what else we got. Here we go. This techosite contains energy signatures that correspond to the techosite deposits we scanned in the Hobus system, Captain. Techosite is an explosive compound Starfleet believes was present in the device that triggered the Hobus supernova. And if it's here, it could be connected. And somewhere, oh, there it is. Another glowy item. Here we go. Decalithium. This decalithium appears to have come from the same source as the decalithium we discovered in the Hobus system. These links will be important evidence in Taris' trial. The evidence is stacking up, isn't it? Let's go ahead and grab this item. And that one. Okay. And now we overload the gateway. Sir, the gateway has been programmed to overload, and there's no way to stop it. We need to return to the teacher's corner before that happens. Taris is in the brig, Captain, and all the evidence we found has been logged and secured. Now we just need to deliver it and her to a safe location. Set a course out of the system. Fly to... okay. Oh no. Sir, it's the Leval, the ship of Sela herself. She is hailing us.
How nice to see you again. I feel like we are becoming old friends. I will admit that your previous attempts to thwart my plans have been irritating, but your actions today have more than made up for those petty annoyances. Taris still has her loyalists among my people. An open move against her would have been a distraction from my greater plans.
I don't work for you.
But you played the pawn perfectly. I could not have asked for a more obedient tool. Now, if you will transport Taris to my ship, we can avoid any unpleasantness.
I could never be friends with a monster like you.
The Lisette informed us that you might need some assistance with the prisoner transport. Good thing we brought some backup.
Thanks, Captain Sean.
Taris is wanted by the Romulan Star Empire for high treason and war crimes against the Romulan people. The Empire is the legitimate government of the Romulan people, and I demand you turn this terrorist over for trial and punishment.
Alright, so we have three choices here. We can either admit that she makes an excellent point, but I'm afraid since we captured her, we must maintain custody. You are welcome to submit an extradition request to the Office of the Federation President. Or, Taris's actions did not just impact Romulus and Romulan worlds. Her alleged crimes were against the entire quadrant. You will be welcome to attend and even testify at her trial. Or perhaps we could establish an interplanetary tribunal of those impacted by the Hobus supernova. But for now, she will remain in Starfleet custody. Or turn her over for a sham trial and swift execution? Sorry, Sela, but the Federation has an ancient ideal we call due process. So, I believe this one.
You are a disappointment. Nevertheless, you did remove Taris from the game, and for that I am grateful. Consider your decisions more carefully the next time we meet. I can be a powerful ally, or I can be your worst enemy.
So again, we have three choices. You're the epitome of generosity, Empress Sela, or you are not the kind of ally I need, or I had hoped our people could find peace. Perhaps that is not possible. Transport Taris to the Belfast.
Prisoner transfer successful. Taris is safely secured in the brig. We can take it from here. One more thing. We're detecting some unusual energy residue from the surface. Our databases identify it as Iconian.
Yes, there was an Iconian gateway on the surface. A group of Remans used it to escape.
Do you have any idea where they went?
We only caught a glimpse, but it looked like some kind of Romulan station. Admiral, the Lisette is decloaking. They are hailing us.
Looks like we missed all the excitement, but I have been monitoring your progress. On behalf of the Romulan Republic, I would like to thank you and your crew for your assistance. I am confident that the Federation will provide more than adequate security for Taris until her trial can be arranged. You can transport Gaius back to the Lisette as soon as you are ready.
A pleasure, Commander. Transporter room, you are clear to send Lieutenant Sela back to the Lisette. We have completed our tasks here, sir. Are you ready to set a new course? So we depart system. There we go. And alright. That is the end of Taris. Let's turn it in. We have much to consider, Admiral. If the destruction of the Romulan homeworld was a deliberate act, not only was it mass murder, but that one event has been a major cause of the destabilization of the Alpha Quadrant over the past 40 years, not to mention the light that it casts on the internal struggles of the Romulan people. This one horrible act set off a chain of reactions that could change the Alpha Quadrant forever. We must know who did this and why. The interrogation of Taris will know many truths, but I am troubled by why did they turn on Taris, and where did they go? So we'll receive some expertise and experience, and let's go ahead and get the special shield just for the heck of it. There we go. And I did get an accolade for completing the mission. And next up, so this has been a Teacher's Corner playthrough of the mission Taris. Next up is the mission The Vault.
The Romulans have a base known as the Vault.
Close that. I will see you there.